time to shift to the Travel Thursdays segment on Your Money Matters, and this is where we help you dream a little bit about the places that you should put on your bucket list. And today we're going to talk about a very special place, a place with very rich history. You've probably heard about it. In fact, I'm quite sure that you've heard about it. Egypt. It's a place in Africa, as you know. And Soni Saloni, who is a solo travel content creator, is joining me to talk about it. Soni, thanks as always for taking the time, and I'm very excited to hear about why you've picked Egypt. Tell me.
Thank you so much for having me as well. And I'm so glad to give you all information I can about Egypt today because it's literally my favorite country. And if I just have to get started on why is it that I'm talking about Egypt today, is there is so much that can be seen and can be done in this specific country, especially the seven wonders of the world, which is the pyramids. And it is on the bucket list of so many people because it's actually the oldest, one of our oldest known symbols of civilization, and it is amazing, just literally amazing to witness. That's the main reason.
And it's got a lot of rich history as well, as you mentioned. There's the pyramids, there's the sphinxes that you can see. But first, let's start, before we get to all of that, let's start with how you get there. Obviously, this is a place in Africa. You would have to fly there normally. What do you need to know about that?
So it's easy to get there. Mostly you can take a one-stop flight from any of the major cities like Delhi, Bombay. You basically have to take a flight through UAE. Like the one I took was through Abu Dhabi. And you'll easily reach there in around 6 hours or 7 hours with a one-stop.
Wow, 6 to 7 hours is not very long if you think about it. And
yeah.
What is the best time to visit, first of all, and what kind of visa do you need as an Indian?
So the best time to visit is actually going on right now. I mean, around February, March, April is amazing to visit because it's kind of cold at this time, kind of cool at this time, and you won't feel very hot traveling over there. Also, if you've missed this slot, there is October and November as well, which will have like very similar season. So you can plan for that.
Okay, and what about the visa requirements?
So visa is very simple. The thing is, people are not aware of the fact that the visa is so easy to get. It's an e-visa for Indians. The only thing is you will also need an invitation letter from a travel agent. So it is very simple to apply online, but that invitation letter is something you need extra. And I'll also tell you how to get that. There is this application called Atlas, which I also used for my trip. And if you just enter your details, they take care of the invitation letter, and it's been pretty smooth. I've worked with them before as well. And you just get it in like, 4-5 days. And I showed the same thing at immigration. And along with that, at immigration, you can show your return flight tickets and hotel bookings to like smoothly just get the process for the visa.
Okay. So you've told us how to get there. Now, how long should you be willing to spend in Egypt? Of course, this is subjective, but in your opinion, in order to at least do justice to what Egypt has to offer, what's the minimum that you should spend?
Yeah, I actually spent a month, but
wow.
No, but everyone doesn't need to spend a month. I'm a digital nomad, so I end up spending more. I think around 7 to 10 days is good enough. 7 days is also okay. You'll be able to cover all the major things, like you can cover the pyramids, you can also cover the different temples, the desert, the scuba diving. So I think 7 to 10 days is a decent amount.
Okay. So 7 to 10 days. And there's a lot to see, obviously, apart from the pyramids, and which of course are the pharaoh's tombs and all of the hieroglyphics and all of that. So name your top 5 or 6 or 7 things to do that you absolutely must do.
Okay, so number 1 is definitely the Great Pyramid of Giza, which is one of the 7 wonders of the world. I think second one will be the Siwa Desert, which is a great experience that many people skip, but it's like a bus ride away from Cairo, which has crystal clear blue water, and the water is just out of the world like that in the desert. And third one will be the scuba diving experience in Dahab. Dahab is a little, small town where you can also enjoy, go to cafes, and also do scuba diving in the Red Sea. So if you guys don't know, Egypt actually borders the Red Sea, which is the best spots in the world to do scuba diving, and it is very cheap as well. It's not so cheap in other places of the world. So that is the third thing. Fourth, I think you can do the Luxor temples, which is, we all play the game Luxor in our childhood. That will be, the temple from there. It's beautiful. That will be the fourth one. And fifth, of course, you can, go around and see a lot of things in the city of Cairo. Cairo itself has, the capital of Egypt. It has its own culture, own food. The people are, very similar to Indians as well. You will love it.
Okay. So, what about the other few things that you need to bear in mind? One is obviously currency, and the one thing that I always ask travel experts is what's the ideal way to do this? Because a lot of people nowadays, Soni, are just taking their credit cards and they're swiping wherever possible, because that simply is the best way to do it in a lot of locations. Can you do that in Egypt, or should you be carrying currency?
No, I don't think you should do that in Egypt. So Egypt is Africa, right? The economy is very different. Taking one credit card for international trips is a very big mistake, because all countries have a different system of, economy. They do, first of all, have a cash economy. So you need to carry cash, especially dollars. Trust me, if you have dollars in Egypt, then everyone will love you, because they love dollars in Egypt. You get a very good exchange rate. Take dollars from India, and there is some unofficial market also. Sometimes that market is open, which gives you very good rates, but only on cash. So as much as possible, take cash. Avoid relying upon your credit card, forex card. Only for backup you can keep your, forex card and that kind of.
And how much do you need for those 7 days? What is the ideal budget that you should keep aside?
I think, let's say the flight we, do at like 40K, 50K will be the flights, which you'll always, pre-book and go. And over there per person, I think for 6 to 7 days, 60 to 70,000 is like kind of a starting figure.
Okay.
And it depends on if you want to, splurge, you're here on a vacation, then you can do more. But 70K will.
Does that include your stay as well?
Yes, yes. Like to spend over.
Okay. So
70 to 80K at max, not more than that.
So your per meal cost, can you tell me what that is?
Per meal cost will be, honestly, I've had food for like 300 rupees, 200, 300 rupees per meal as well. And maximum will be like 1,000, 700, 1,000, not more than that.
And what's the food like? Now that we're on the subject of food, would you get enough vegetarian options?
Yeah. Egypt is one place I am so glad that it's a beautiful country and the food is actually feasible for Indians to have. Like there's so much vegetarian food. Like there's, kushari, and which is very nutritious. You can try that. There is this falafel, which is a very different kind of falafel. It's not the Lebanese falafel. And they do have olives, it's a very rich and very lot of options for vegetarians. Also for non-vegetarians, there's a lot of options like meat and shawarma. But you won't have that much of a problem finding vegetarian food over there. Even pilav, in fact, that's also available in vegetarian.
Okay, and the final thing is something that I sometimes ask is, in terms of the culture, is there something that you need to bear in mind when you're traveling there? Do's and don'ts, for example.
Yes, definitely. Egypt is a very different culture on its own. First of all, it has a lot of character of its own. In Cairo, especially, a lot of people, a lot of noises, a lot of different things happening, cultural experiences. So, it's very similar to like Delhi when people come for the first time and they get overwhelmed, oh my God, what is happening in the city? Cairo is very similar to that. So, I think we have to take it slow when we go to Egypt, and especially if you're a solo woman like me who's traveling over there, we have to be mostly, vigilant of all our surroundings. And also the people are very sweet, very, very hospitable. So if you want help, you can always ask people. You can always ask your, hotel people also. They are very hospitable that way.
Fantastic. All right. Soni, thanks so much for joining us and for painting that picture for us. It's something that's certainly on my bucket list. Thanks so much for telling me about it.
Thank you so much. Hope you get to go there very soon.
I hope so too. I have to talk to my boss for some leave though. Thanks so much once again. All right, that brings us to the end of this edition of Your Money Matters. Thanks so much for watching. Do stay tuned. This is NDTV Profit.